Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Dan here, and I'm back for another gameplay video. This is the start of a Let's Play series on a game called Tomb Hunter. This is a side-scrolling game. Basically, it's divided up into different tombs. There are 30 levels. I don't really know the storyline of it. I mean, I do, but I don't, and I can't really do a good job of describing it. So if you want to find out about that, you probably want to read the description. So I'm gonna go. Well, before I do, I'll just go over keystrokes and stuff like that. As usual, inside scrollers, left and right arrow make you walk. Control held down with the arrows make you run. Spacebar makes you jump. Up and down arrow make you climb where possible. Tab and shift tab cycle through the inventory. Pressing S uses your weapon. And pressing shift S will tell you how many of the selected weapon that you have. Let's see, is there anything? Pressing Z will open the shop. Pressing numbers 1 through 5 will select your weapons. Pressing enter uses an inventory item. Let's see, anything else here? Pressing and holding G and pressing any of the 4 arrow keys uses the camera. Pressing shift with the 4 arrow keys uses the spyglass. The only difference between the camera and the spyglass is that the camera lets you, if you press and hold G with the arrows, it lets you look in the point of view of the camera. But if you press shift with the arrows, the spyglass will tell you what's around you in a certain range. I can't remember how far it goes, but it basically just tells you what's around you within a certain radius. So, like I said, this part will cover the tutorial, and then the next part will cover all of the levels. I think I might do like 2 levels per part. Or maybe, I think it, actually, I think I might do 4. So, let's go through here.
Start window.
I'm going to...
th.x app. Press.
And I'm using a mechanical keyboard, so this might be a bit loud.
Massinissons and NS Studios Tomb Hunter 1.0.7.
Alright, so here we are in the main menu. Page up and down adjusts the music volume.
Start game. Tutorial. T. Options. O.
Up and down arrow moves through the different menus. Enter selects an option, or you can also press a different key to go through that option, or to go and activate that option. For example, if I press O, it will take me into the options menu.
Exit game. X. Options. O.
So let's go into options.
Options menu. Enable exporting speech output to log.txt. L.
This will basically save what's spoken by the speech. I have this off because I don't really need that. But if you want that for some reason, then you can put that there.
Enable pitch manipulation of the character movement sounds. P.
That's for when you run the excuse me. The pitch of your footsteps will increase. Sorry, I'm trying to move stuff out of the way. Anyways,
Speech output. S.
this will switch between SAPI and screen readers, which, by the way, This does work with JAWS. I have tried that. The keys will pass through perfectly fine. Currently I'm using NVDA with this, but this will work with JAWS.
Audio output. A.
This cycles through your different... Excuse me. This cycles through your different, audio devices.
Speech output.
I'll show you
S.
this.
Currently using NV Access NVDA, non-visual desktop access.
So if I press tab,
SAPI. Screen reader.
that will cycle through that.
Options menu. Enable audio output. Choose the audio output. Primary sound driver. Speakers, MOVOUM 700. S.
That's the device I'm currently using. That's my microphone, because you can plug your headset into that.
Speaker, 3 Realtek, R, audio. S.
There's my laptop speakers.
Options menu. Enable exporting audio output. Main menu.
You press escape to back out.
Start game. Tutorial. T. Greetings. Welcome to Tomb Hunter by Massinissons and NS Studios. Wake up. You're about to learn the mechanics of this game. Press enter to continue.
So, in all honesty, I don't think this should be called Tomb Hunter, because it doesn't sound like you're in a tomb, it sounds like you're outside.
First of all, you should really go check out the readme. Press enter to continue. Now, hop over to the right. You're now at the bottom of the stairs. You can climb up or down the stairs by using the up or down arrows. You can also run by holding control, and you can also jump up the stairs by pressing space. Now climb up and walk right. Press enter to continue.
I don't think jumping up the stairs is very realistic. But it's a game.
Am I dreaming, or is that fire to the right? That's a hazard. You have to jump over those unless you want to be burned alive. Most hazards are surrounded by a ledge on each side. Try now to clear it by first stepping onto the ledge, pressing space, and holding the right arrow. Press enter to continue. Nicely done. Now, that's how you jump over a small hazard. Press enter to continue. Sometimes you'll need to jump farther than that, though. This is where the running jump comes in handy. There's another fire hazard on your right, but this one is bigger. You are not gonna clear this one unless you first start running, and once you're very close to the hazard, you hit space to jump without stopping, and you hold both right arrow and control. Try it now. Press enter to continue. Hooray. There's also such a thing as a rope. The way you use it is you usually jump onto it, and then you climb up / down. You'll know you're at the beginning of one when you hear a thump-like sound. You should be careful when climbing down, though, because if you climb down off its bottom, you will start falling. Feel free to try out the rope on the right.
So I just press space to jump onto it, and then held up arrow to climb. Now if I press and hold shift and the right arrow.
10-foot drop onto concrete, 1 foot. Ledge, 2 feet concrete, 3 feet. Sliding rope, 10 feet. Wall, 11 feet. Yup, you got it. Now, some ropes have the ability to slide, which means that you have to hold onto it either by moving, or by holding the up arrow even when you've reached the top of it. If you do not, you will slide, and you will eventually slide off the rope, and in some cases that's what you want to happen, but that could be life-threatening in other cases. There's a sliding rope on your right. Check it out. Press enter to continue.
Press space and up arrow. Okay, so... Oh, God. Ow.
You're getting a hang of this. Next up, enemies. The first enemy you'll meet is a skeleton. A skeleton isn't very fast, but it will hurt you if it gets too close to you. Press enter to continue. Remember that this game isn't necessarily a shooter kind of a game, so you will have to survive without killing everything. You will do this by jumping over the enemies, timing it right, etc. Press enter to continue. Now go find a skeleton and meet your first enemy. Press enter to continue. Oh, good. You didn't get killed. You should know that there are a lot more enemies than that, and they are all different. Some enemies can poison you, which is curable with a potion, more about that later. Some of them can paralyze you, some of them can have a weapon of their own that they can attack you with, etc. Depending on the level, enemies can be either stationary, they'll stay in place, they can walk around minding their business and attack you only if they run into you, they can hunt you down, and they can also bait you by staying in one place and either being quiet or pretending to sleep/beg for help until you either attack them or jump over them, and then they will try to hunt you down. Press enter to continue. Okay, you should also know some stuff about the weapons in this game. The weapons in this game are single-use weapons, and all of them, except the mines, are thrown. They all have different speed, range, and damage. Sword is the only weapon that can cut through multiple enemies at once, but it also has the most restricted range compared to other throwable weapons. The mines work a little bit different. Once you fire a mine, it will be lit and placed 2 tiles away from you. Once an enemy or you step on it, it will explode. Press enter to continue. You can use weapons by either using the inventory, or you can draw them by pressing numbers 1 through 5, fire by pressing the left.
Oops.
You can use weapons by either using the inventory, or you can draw them by pressing numbers 1 through 5, fire by pressing the letter S, and checking how many of the drawn weapons you have by pressing Shift and S. Continue going right, and you'll find a weapon and an enemy. Feel free. How about the items?
Oh, wait. So... now we're picking up items. I should also say, too, that swords, if you throw them and miss an enemy, they'll just be thrown on the ground and you can pick them back up.
Potions will restore your health gradually. You can use a potion by interacting with the inventory, or by simply pressing P. You can check how many potions you have by pressing Shift and P. Now go find another item. Press enter to... Lives don't show up in the inventory, but you can check how many you have by pressing H. There are more items I want to introduce you to. Press enter to continue. Checkpoints will remember the position you were at, and once you die, provided that you have at least 1 life left, you will be sent back to the position of the checkpoint, and not all the way back to the beginning of the map. Now let's get you familiar with some more stuff. Press enter. That on your right is a vanishing platform. As the name suggests, it's a platform that periodically disappears. The typical usage for these platforms is to have a hazard under it, so that if you do not time it right, once the platform disappears, you fall into the hazard. Press enter to continue. You may ask, well, how do I know when it's active or not? Well, you'll know based on the sound it makes. It plays a sound while it's active, and stays silent while it's not. Remember that you should always use the camera/spyglass to figure out where the vanishing platform is at. Most of them will be in the air, which means that you need to jump onto them. Press enter to continue. So, there's a vanishing platform and a hazard to your right. Try it out. Nice. The next thing is a force field. This electricity barricade, just like vanishing platforms, periodically activates. It can be a few tiles wide, and it can also be tall, which would prevent you from jumping over it when it's active. Press enter to continue. The whole point is that you have to wait for the force field to be inactive in order to get past it. You'll know when it's inactive by listening for the sound change. Inactive force fields will sound different than their active counterparts. If you run into it while it's active, it will send you flying in the opposite direction, and it will hurt you. Press enter to continue. Ready for it? Well, I hope you are. Remember, once the sound changes to a rumbling kind of a noise, run or jump past it. Off you go. Press enter to continue.
Oh.
Yup, do it just like that next time, except properly. Press enter to continue. AWW, for you. Press enter to continue.
Okay. So that sound means it's not active. That sound means it is.
You did exactly what I expected. The next thing we're gonna talk about are streams. Streams pull you in a certain direction. They can have items above them, and you're supposed to get the items, which is harder, because you have to fight the power of the current by doing running jumps continuously until you get the items. You'll see a stream if you continue going right. Good going. Press enter to continue. Gold and gems are currencies in Tomb Hunter. You can use them to buy things from the shop, which is dynamic. Different items appear in different levels, and / or in different circumstances. Press enter to continue. Buying items will help you greatly, and it is necessary. Buying items will help you greatly, and it is necessary in order to complete certain levels, so make sure to check the shop every level to see if there's something new. Let's see what's next. A conveyor belt. Press enter to continue. Pretty much like streams, these puppies will pull you in a certain direction, but they are usually not as harmless as streams, as they either have something, E.G. an enemy, placed at the edges, or there could be two of them used at once with a hole in between, and a hazard below, so that you have to jump from the first onto the other one. Press enter to continue.
Alright, let's go ahead here.
To your right is a conveyor belt, coupled with another one just like in the previous example. So how you approach this is, jump onto the first conveyor belt. Once you do, the conveyor will pull you, and you'll hear a beep coming closer and closer to you. Once it's almost in the center, jump to your right onto another conveyor belt, and repeat the same procedure as with the first one, but this time jump right and you'll land on concrete. Press enter to continue. Ready to experience a conveyor belt? Let's go. Press enter. Great. Now you know how to use the conveyor belts too. Press enter to continue. The next thing that you can probably hear to your right is a maglev. A maglev is a magnetic force, whose sole purpose is to lift you up to a higher platform in the map. All you gotta do is just step onto it, and you'll hear a beep once it's started, and once it's finished lifting you. Press enter to continue. Now step on it. I'll see you on the other side. Press enter to continue. Welcome to the next part of this torture. Let's see what kind of spine-chilling, Welcome to the next part of this torture. Let's see what kind of spine-chilling, hair-raising things await you here.
Yeah, let's see.
The whooshing sound you can hear on the left is a spike. It periodically strikes, and you have to pass it. Press enter to continue. You'll do that by listening to the rhythm of the whooshing, and timing it so that you pass in between the strikes. Press enter to continue. I wouldn't jump over it if I were you, as that would lead to your certain death. Press enter to continue. So, should we try this? Remember, pay attention to the speed of the whooshes, and time it so you pass under it when it's not about to strike. Off you go. Spike, 2 feet. Boulder, 14 feet. Alright. We've now come to a part that'll wake you up. Presenting. A boulder. Press enter to continue.
Ah, the boulders.
Boulders are enormous stones that move around, and if they hit you, they can kill you instantly, or at least hurt you a lot. Some of them will kill you as soon as they get close to you, and there's no way to avoid them, but some of them you'll be able to jump over. In this tutorial, we'll only show the avoidable kind, and guess what? It's right over there, on your left. Feel free to practice dealing with it. Press enter to continue.
Okay. Ah!
Do you like dying so much, or am I imagining things? Press enter to...
It said, do you like dying so much, or am I imagining things? Yeah.
You survived that? Nice. Press enter to continue. The next pain you're gonna experience is flying bombs.
Oh, jeez.
They are bombs that are being launched from the air, and will attempt to land and explode on you. You have to use strategy, and move the way that prevents them from landing on you. A part of that strategy should probably not be to jump, as that will give you less time to escape. Press enter to remember, run, and if you see one of them is in your way, stop. If you see one of them is heading straight for you, move. It's not that complex, I'm sure you'll do good. Now, Great. The next thing is a sensor. Press enter to continue.
Oh, yes. Sensors.
Sensors use beams that they send out periodically and within a certain range. You have to leap out of the way. If the beam hits you, the sensor will make an armed guard aware of your existence. Press enter to continue. There's a sensor to your left. Try it.
And I
Press
love
enter to
some of the...
continue.
I do love the lines that, like, the lines that the guards have. The things that they say are kind of funny.
Time to die. Time to die. Time to die. Time to die.
Time to die.
3. Sword.
Time to die.
Time to die. Time to die.
Time to die. Time to die. Now they drop items, I believe.
Some sensors will deactivate themselves once they hit you, but others will stay on. Press enter to continue. Now it is time to introduce you to the teleporter. Press enter to continue.
Ah, yes.
Much like magleves, teleporters are used to move you, but unlike magleves, they can go in any 4 directions, up, down, left and slash or right. Feel free to try it. Press enter to continue. At last, we've come to the last item. It is a scroll. It is the most important item in this game, as you must pick it up if you want to finish a level, as there's one in every level, and failing to find it and pick it up will prevent you from completing the level. Press enter to continue. Now, go grab it. Press enter to continue. You should also know that some levels need you to pick up other items too. Not just a scroll. You'll need to explore and find those items in order to get through those levels. Press enter to continue.
Oh, I love that.
On your left is a level portal. Just as the name suggests, it's a portal that teleports you to the next level. In this case, it will let you complete the tutorial. Press enter to continue. Now go through it. You deserved it. Press enter to continue. Woohoo! You have completed the tutorial. Please note that the tutorial shows you only the basics. This game is an adventure-style game, and you'll be expected to explore and figure things on your own, but this should help at least a bit. Press enter to continue. Main menu.
Alright, so...
Options. O. Exit game. X. OBS 3.2.
That was the tutorial, and that will conclude part 1. Now, I'm going to... I don't know when I'm going to upload part 1, or part 2, and level 1. I don't know when I'm going to upload that, but I'm going to record that after this. After I upload this, so I will be back with you guys for part 2. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.
Stop recording button. Stop recording. Yes button.